Welcome to World's Finest, the weekly DC Comics review with me, Phil, and as always with the lovely Miss Lilith Hellfire.
Hey guys, DCU, YOU, Week 6. Wah, wah, wah.
This week we're going to review the books that came out on July 8th, but before we do that, I wanted to quickly mention I finally got Midnighter number 2 this week.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, we got more action than last time, but I don't know if it's just I'm not that familiar with Midnighter before he showed up in Grayson, but it's just like, I don't know, I know he's supposed to be kind of an anti-hero, but sometimes he seems decent, other times he seems like a complete tool, so it's like...
He's like Deadpool, but not as fun.
Yeah, no, without the sense of humor.
I think that's the problem. That's what the title is definitely lacking.
That's a good comparison. Like a cross between Batman and Deadpool. I mean, I like the direction they were trying to take, with him trying to stop Marina.
I liked her better than I liked him.
Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, she had better motives for what she did. I mean, Midnighter was just like, yeah, I'm a badass.
Like I said, Midnighter's just not the title for me. I don't really like this character. I don't like the premise of the character. So it's just kind of like hard. And I really didn't like, out of all the characters that you could spin off from Grayson, you choose this one? Okay. Some people out there like it. That's fine.
I'll give it a 3.5. I enjoyed it a little better than I did the first issue, so hopefully the quality just keeps going up.
It's got one more issue to really win me over, then it's off my pull list, because this week a couple of issues came off my pull list, and Earth Society 2 is hanging on by a thread. This next issue is make or break it, honest to goodness.
Yeah, but before we move on, I'll do JLA number 2 also, because I know you read that last week. So we didn't discuss it. You said you were going to wait for me. What did you think?
Yes. The complete about face. But I kind of liked the direction that it's going. I thought that the other direction that they were going initially, the first issue, might have been a little alienating, and I think this one is a little more relatable and people can sink their teeth into. I like
the aspects of this, like, Superman, as most of the world trusts Superman. We get a I'm prepared for any contingency Batman, but nobody seemed too I don't know, too much in a hurry to try to find Flash, Green Lantern, or Wonder Woman.
I mean, we're building.
Yeah, I guess.
We got to get the core. You know what I mean? And the foundation of Justice League is Batman and Superman, and they're bickering, their love bickering. So I don't mind it.
Yeah, and what about your boy Aquaman? He still wasn't interacted with the rest of the team yet.
And that's kind of par for the course. That's kind of how they've always treated Aquaman outside of the 70s Super Friends show. So historically, he's on to something. I mean, I think maybe that's what he's kind of going by, like the earlier kind of incarnations of Justice League and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can't be mad about. I like some of that early Justice League JSA stuff.
So what did you give this one?
This one is like a 3.75.
Ooh.
I think that Brian Hitch needs to kind of dole out some things. Like, this is a really big, supposedly in-depth, kind of complex team dynamic. And if you're doing the cover art and you're doing the art on the inside and you're writing the story, things are gonna fall through the cracks. And I would hate to see that, because it got off to such a good start. I really love the artwork.
Yeah, unless you have like a lot of lead time, I don't know how anyone, does the art and writes it and everything.
Especially for a huge team book like this. It's crazy. I can't believe they dished it out to one guy. Like I said, there's no continuity, so like I'm enjoying Batman and Superman here more than I am anywhere else. So
I'll give this one a 4. I was gonna get a 3.5, but that's what I gave Midnighter, and I like this better than Midnighter.
Back to grading on a curve. Nice. It's always great when books can't earn their own damn merit. So I just want to bring this up. Like, technically there were 18 titles that came out and only 12 to really talk about. I hate that.
Oh.
No, seriously, because you got like Mad Max Fury Road, Mad Max number 1. You got the Arrow season 2.5. You got Injustice, and you had like something else. I forget whatever it was. And then you also have like the Scooby Doo and the Wolf Fables, whoever the hell's reading that crap. So.
Yeah, I was picking up Arrow season 2.5, but this week I walked in, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll get it another day.
Like, just thumb through it really quick before somebody can catch you. Ah, yes, okay, no, goodbye.
I didn't even go to that much effort.
Ouch. You didn't do the thumb by? Yikes.
Hey, I have an excuse. I'm standing there with a 2-year-old. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have time. Did you read? Sorry, while we were on Justice League, I wanted to say, did you read Justice League Unlimited? No, Justice League United.
Yeah, and that is one of the titles that is officially off my pull list.
Thank you. After this one, this is off my pull list too. They're like, oh yeah, for some reason, Martian Manhunter, Green Arrow, and Supergirl have all decided they have better things to do than be in this book. I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, you just summed it up.
I mean, they're trying to when everyone's good grace is back. I mean, they put Swamp Thing in here.
He's out of his element, and I guess that's kind of the point of Justice League United and everything at the core of it. But I don't know, it's just not a good fit.
And I don't know, I haven't been a big fan of New 52 Animal Man, so.
Right along with Plastic Man, he needs to die. And stay dead.
And I mean, Stargirl used to be interesting, like when Jeff Johns was writing her, but I don't know. And we don't get Aquaman, we get his
Well, that's the only interesting thing they did do. I kind of do appreciate that, because she is a BMAF lady. She can kick butt, take names, and shove it down your throat. That's the best thing this title has going for it, but it's not enough for me to stick around.
Yeah, I was going to say, the thing that intrigued me that it's not enough for me to stick around is, I guess it makes sense. Poison Ivy's almost like in love with Swamp Thing. She's like, you are the Green. It makes sense, but
some creepy fetish about rearing its ugly head.
Don't get me started on female bad villains, because it just seems like now their trick is they make them all bisexual. I mean, if you want to make one of them bisexual, fine, but it's kind of not that special anymore when you make it every female bad villain.
Do they think that all millennials are like, what is that phrase? Buy until graduation or whatever, catch the bug. Like, that's kind of an urban myth. I just want to tell DC that is really honestly an urban myth.
Unless they think they're going to draw more teenage boys that way, I don't know.
I mean, are they going to be drawing explicit anime sex scenes all of a sudden? Really?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the only way they're going to get the teenage boys. I mean, we're going to have tentacles now and stuff? No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I'm over it. Gone. $3 more in my pocket.
Justice League United number 11. I'm giving it a 2.5.
I gave it a straight up 2. I was being generous.
Thought I was being generous.
Oh, and I didn't read Red Hood Arsenal number 2, and I know you did.
Uh-huh. Did you see the cover? Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the cover.
Silent but deadly, it says. So we're making fart jokes now?
That's kind of par for the course of what I was expecting when they kind of were shopping this idea around. Like I told you, it was supposed to be like this buddy cop comedy kind of thing that they're envisioning for them. So
I mean, I thought it was goofy before, but I mean, right off the bat, first page, Jason Todd's in the shower, taking a shower, and then all of a sudden, Roy comes in and like almost hits him with a flamethrower he just put together.
Well, if that isn't some symbology, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I guess they must have made him at least $1 million in the first issue, and then it's all gone, and Jason's like, where'd it go? And Roy's like, I had to buy parts because I like to invent stuff.
Who are you, Spider-Man?
Yeah, but yeah, the way they're kind of writing this, at least this issue, it's like they're kind of like, I don't want to say heroes, but I guess maybe anti-heroes for hire. And I don't know, the one big turnoff for me was there was 2 different like 2-page full 2-page spreads. It's like instead of showing them fighting guys, it's like them going through levels of a video game, because Jason's telling them what they need to do, and he's like, oh, like a video game. I'm like, Roy, are you 10? It's like,
so how many issues are you gonna give this before it wears your nerves out?
Maybe 1 or 2 more. I don't know. I just think if they were to take my advice, I mean, bad titles sell. Why couldn't we get, even when they started New 52, why couldn't we get a Red Hood solo book and make it like darker?
Who knows why they do what they do? Honestly, there's no rhyme and reason. They don't listen to, I know for a fact they don't listen to their focus groups 9 times out of 10. They do what they want.
But yeah, I'll give this one a 3. Did read Starfire?
Of course. This is like the best thing they've done. With the DC. No, seriously, DC YOU, this is like one of the best things that they've done. I'm really enjoying this book, even though it is from Amanda Conner, who kind of has ruined Harley Quinn for me. I think what saves it is that she has really great synergy with Jimmy Pomodi, who is, he writes with her, and then also Emanuela Lupacchino comes in and just like bang, it pops. It's very anime esque, very manga esque, and I like it. It works for Starfire. It makes sense with the most popular incarnations of her, and they're not so jokey. Like oh, she doesn't get puns and euphemisms and whatnot. Like they're not going that route. Like usually we see. It's also not like too overly dramatic. So I like it's a good mix. It's very simple and stripped down, and she's cheerful and optimistic. And when's the last time we had a cheerful and optimistic hero? Like seriously, tell me. I'll wait.
Probably sometime before fall 2011.
Exactly, sir.
So if your one big wish, would it be that they would write Harley Quinn like this, like the way they're doing Starfire? Maybe not exactly, but like the more cheerful tone and not euphemism every second sentence.
I want them to age Harley up and make her more serious, go back to her roots. That's what I really want for Harley Quinn. I'm tired of this sex pot, punny, sexual business all the dang time. Like it grates my nerves. Harley Quinn is such a great character, and they have such a great opportunity, and it's just like bad mistake after bad mistake. Really, she has brothers now. Okay.
No.
Can we get like a continuity fairy and just erase that? Like, honestly.
I was gonna say, watch. We'll never hear from them again. We'll never hear about it again.
Sorry, like I just hate wasted potential, and so many of these characters have such wasted potential, and I don't know. I for the life of me can't figure out why they make some characters take certain directions. I just don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But this isn't one of those titles. If you guys are like bummed out with the other female like title characters and stuff, just give Starfire a shot. It's pretty good. I gave it a 4.
Ooh, I think you might have was it last issue you gave 4 also? Mm-hmm. I think it. Oh, so stinking.
Yeah, she's like the new Wonder Woman. Is all that I'm saying.
All right, you never thought you'd hear this sentence, but let's get a little more cheerful with Constantine the Hellblazer #2.
I know, right? This is like one of the first books that actually improves in its second issue, like by leaps and bounds. In my personal opinion,
mm-hmm.
It's really creepy and spooky, and the narration actually makes sense in this issue because it's like basically more like a haunted house tour.
Yeah.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. Needless to say.
Yeah, it was good. I gave it a 4. What did you give it?
I gave it a 4 as well. I really want to like shout out Riley Rossmo for the artwork, and Ming Doyle as well for the story, because it was good. It was like, oh my god, like they get it. They probably saw the first issue and they're like, oh, okay, we can do better.
Yeah,
let's get creepy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about the art in the first issue, but it has really grown on me.
So where to next, Captain? Can we just get Earth 2 Society out of the way, please?
That's what I was about to say. I was going to say, you said it's hanging on by a thread. Why is that?
Oh my god. It was bat guano crazy, like just inane, asinine. Like, what the heck is going on? The first issue wasn't that compelling, and we're rehashing things, and Batman's an idiot?
Well, I mean, you kind of have to be, because it's Dick Grayson, and on this Earth, Dick Grayson... He was only a reporter until, like, right before Convergence.
Man, just Batman is just supposed... Let Batman be Batman. Let him be a BAMF detective who gets it and can follow clues. Like, I just don't understand what's so hard about that.
Yeah. Yeah, do you think the problem is just the time jumping? It's like, it's in the present. Then it's like, once again, it shows... Yeah. Which for the first issue, maybe, but,
Like, let's get on with it.
Let's get into it.
No matter who's the cape and cowl, like, he has to be competent. And when that's not the case, like, it annoys me.
Especially when it's Dick Grayson, come on. But, think about it. How... There's something wrong with this book when you said it's hanging on by a thread on your pull list, and meanwhile it's a book with a Batman, a Huntress, and a Green Arrow, and
none of it worked. I saw a lot of people pan this issue, so It's not just us.
Do you think they're trying to do too much? Like they're trying to shove too many characters into this? But meanwhile, they want like Batman front and center because they know Batman sells.
I totally think that's what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, do I really care about Terry Sloan? No. I mean, were we really gonna care about all the people if they landed safely? Were we really gonna get to them? No. So it's forced. No, seriously, let's be honest. Forced contrived drama for the sake of drama. No, thank you.
Yeah, and like you said, they keep rehashing it. My thing was, okay, so Terry Sloan had a device that Bruce Wayne made that can basically remake the whole planet. Bruce Wayne's good, but remake the whole planet? I could see if it was
like Superman, like some weird Kryptonian. You know what I mean? The stuff that made that, the Fortress of Solitude, maybe. But Batman.
I'm thinking the way they're gonna go, but they really didn't explain it, is they're going to say Bruce Wayne stole some technology from Darkseid or something. I'm thinking that's the way they go, but they never explain that unless they're going to get to it next issue.
Okay, here's my problem at the end of the day from these 2 issues so far. It feels like they should have just concluded in Convergence. Like, this should have just been a one and done. Okay, we spent all this damn time, 2 months with them, let's wrap it up and never speak of this again.
Oh!
And it has nothing new and fresh to offer at this point. I mean, if you start your first 2 titles out, I don't know who's going to be around for the 3rd issue. I have no connections with these characters at all.
They should have rebooted Earth 2 somehow.
That's all. This got a straight up 1, and that's being generous because I don't like giving zeros. A 1. Epic fail of major proportions.
A 1. Oh, I'll give it a 2.5. I don't know if I had the hatred for it you did, but it's just like, 2.5 is like my rating for like, okay, it wasn't garbage. I mean, I guess their plan kind of worked because if Dick Grayson Batman hadn't been in this, I would have had no use for it. But did you read Catwoman 42?
I actually got all caught up on the run before Convergence, and it all kind of sort of makes sense to me now, and I have to say that I'm really enjoying it. Although she seems like she's juggling too much in this issue, which is something I don't really like.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the theme they're going for, that, especially after Convergence, now she's Catwoman again, she's like, I
mean, pick a side, bro. That's all. But other than that, the storytelling is really great, and the artwork... you can tell the writer and the artist have really great, a really great dynamic. They understand each other. Everything complements each other.
I don't know. My one problem is, doesn't it seem like before Convergence, Catwoman seemed like she could really care less about Batman, and now that he's missing, she's like, oh my god, I have to find Batman.
Well, I mean, they gotta bring him back somehow, right?
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it being her. But also, what was the character that they that showed up for no reason?
Who? Spoiler?
Yeah, I was just like, but I mean, it wasn't no reason, but when the spoiler first shows up, it's just like, what?
Mm-hmm.
That was like, I'm tired of all these guest stars. Like, dude, just let a lead of the title be the lead.
Well, I think they're kind of like trying to get those people who weren't too thrilled with the New 52. They're, once she came back in Batman Eternal, they, anytime spoiler shows up now, they're like, look, we brought her back. Stephanie Brown's back.
Not the way anybody really wanted, though. Am I right? Or am I talking out of my butt? I mean, I don't know.
I know, yeah. I mean, what, she has no history with Tim Drake now. She was never Robin or Batgirl.
So what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll give it 3.5.
Yeah, you know what? I concur. I want to talk about a book you guys should all really, really be reading. I know you don't read it. It's Gotham Academy. Number 8 is a perfect jumping on point. We're starting the 2nd story arc. Olive is front and center again. Goodbye, Damian Wayne. Like I said, he was just a guest star, so we're back to business. It's creepy. It's dark. We got more secrets to untangle, more mysteries. Really good, creepy, gothic, but still appropriate kids kind of book, and I just really appreciate it.
Did you hear the news out of Comic-Con today? Yes, we're recording Friday. Did you hear the news out of Comic-Con today?
So much news. Which one?
About the Robin War.
Yeah.
So Gotham Academy, the crossovers? Gotham Academy, We Are Robin, and Damian, son of Batman.
It all makes sense what they've been setting up for. So I mean, it's not like it came out of nowhere. I can see that. It sounds like fun. And
then they're gonna have the sequel to Batman Eternal, Batman and Robin Eternal. I'm having hopes for it. Because, instead of a year, I think they said it's only going to be 6 months, and it looks like it's going to be a big Dick Grayson book, maybe.
Oh, if that's the case, I'm in for it. Plus, it's a 6-shot. Hell yes. That's what I want. More miniseries, more limited runs, so that we can just like get everything in.
It's going to be another weekly, but it's going to be 6 months instead of a year.
Oh, weekly.
Yeah.
DC, just nah. Stop milking it. Yes. Where's the ka-ching sound effect when you need it? Oh, this is giving me an ulcer over here, Phil. I think I just saw a gray hair sprout out of my head right now.
Yeah, just the image. I'm assuming it's for the first issue cover, but I'm like I said, I think it's going to be a big Dick Grayson story because they have it split down the middle, and I guess the left half is supposed to symbolize the past, where it's like him dressed as Robin with Batman, and then on the right side it's him dressed as Grayson, and you have like Red Robin and everybody else on that side with him. So
nice. Let's
yeah, I don't know.
Crossed.
Yeah, because in September he's coming back to Gotham, so I just have a feeling he's going to come back and
not Gordon out. Get the hell out of there.
At least lead everyone else.
Yeah, just take a shot at Gordon. I wouldn't even mind at this point. It's bad.
Mark my words. In the words of Rob Southgate, mark my words. Bruce is going to come back, and he's going to be all worried. He's going to be like, "Oh, everybody's probably in chaos since I've been amnesia or whatever he has," and Dick's going to be like, "Oh no, I got this."
That would be nice. But yeah, Gotham Academy is definitely a 4. You guys, I mean, really, it gets high reviews and it actually earns it. You guys, like I said, it's the start of a new arc. Jump on in; it's really good. So yeah, I mean, this is a good, solid foundation to kind of rebuild their engagement with the tweens and whatnot. So, all right, what's next?
Did you read Batman Superman 22?
I did, and I actually wrote notes, so just 1 second. I'm ready to talk about Batman Superman number 22.
All right. Unleash.
What the hell is this schizophrenic crap going on in this damn issue? Well, just the Superman titles overall. Like, I just cannot take it anymore. He's different in every single freaking book to major extremes. It is so frustrating, and nothing this month and last month has been worse than this one.
Yeah, I've seen other people mention this. I read a blog that they said that is the main problem with Superman is that he's just different in every they write him different in every book. Like if they had sat down everyone who's going to write him on a regular basis and say, okay, this is how you're going to write Superman, maybe there wouldn't be quite the backlash, if he actually acted the same in every book.
But what really grinds my gears, it's like, hey, Gordon isn't Bruce. He will spear a dude. That was like the whole point of this issue.
Yeah, that's my big problem with the whole Gordon thing now too, is like, now he's after the vigilantes of Gotham. Now he doesn't trust Superman. It's like, hey, wait a minute. Didn't he say he wants to be more like the original Batman? The original Batman trusted these people.
Side talk. He was talking out the side of his neck. And so are the writers, quite frankly. This is getting ridiculous. This is so out of hand.
I know. I just think they're trying so hard to make the point. They're like, oh, this isn't your parents' Batman and Superman.
Yeah, no, they actually sold titles.
They actually stood for something.
Yeah. I mean, is this supposed to be like a satirical take on millennial culture or something? Like, I just kind of take personal offense to it. I'm just like, dude, I don't know anybody my age that is enjoying this. Maybe it's some older people, maybe it's some younger people, but they're target demo. I'm still in the demo age. I know. No, nobody likes it. If the reviewers would show some freaking backbone and actually really say how they felt, like not just the independent people with a blogspot.com, but I mean IGN, you can't give something an 8.5 5 weeks in a row and truly mean it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Are they trying to, I don't know, pander to the teenagers and like, look, these guys don't take crap from anyone?
I honestly don't know the plan. I mean, we got Superman just gleefully in a brawl, dude. Like, with a wrench?
Yeah.
What is this, steel? Oh.
And you know how he got Gordon's attention at the end of last issue? He goes into the Batcave. That bike's from the Batcave. He just painted it red, and then he rode off to wherever they had their confrontation. He shot off some missiles, and he's like, "Okay, here I am. Come get me."
Let's just say that the state of Superman, Batman, and to a much lesser degree, thank God, Wonder Woman are all in a state of disrepair. We are on unstable ground as readers. I feel like relatability is plummeting, and it's a shame. The Trinity should never be in disrepair ever.
But they're gonna bring him back in time for Batman v Superman.
Another thing DC related that I don't give a crap about anymore. I'm more excited for Suicide Squad than I am Batman versus. So there it is. So what did you give this?
I'll give it a 3.
I gave this a 2.5. This is very close to being off my pull list as well. Yep.
I don't blame you. I mean, it's Batman Superman, so is it every issue gonna be like Gordon chasing Superman?
Yeah, they could have suspended these titles until they were like Superman was back at full strength and Batman's out of his amnesia trip down Vertigo Lane or whatever the hell he's doing.
What? And missed that chance to make that money?
I know. I mean, sometimes you gotta have artistic integrity or everything falls apart, and I don't think that they've had artistic integrity in quite a while. And I think that's what's really grinding my gears about this whole situation.
Or even just at least, rename it or something, Let's make it another solo Superman book or something till...
Yeah, this should have been a limited, like, one-shot Elsewhere tale or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no way should this have made it into the main title. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Jim Gordon, I know you read Batman 42.
Unfortunately. I'm not digging this at all. Detective comics, action, everything that I used to hold near and dear to my heart that was sacred above all else. It's just it tears me up every week to watch this devolve into the hot mess that it's devolving into, and I just don't want to give them my money if I don't agree with that's the only way to make change is to speak with your wallet. And so now I'm taking a stand and I'm speaking with my wallet. Mama no like you.
The main Batman book, I'm trying. There are times I'll read this and I'll be reading through. I'm like, it's not bad, and then it could even just be one little thing. I'm just like, do you think part of the problem is, although maybe they're probably doing this on purpose, Gordon hasn't faced any of the original Batman's villains yet?
And nor should he, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking they're going to do. They're going to have him go up against a bunch of D-listers we've never heard of before. But then when he's going to run across somebody, one of Batman's old villains, who knows? And he's going to get in trouble, and that's probably when Bruce is going to come back.
Here's the thing, though. It's Scott Snyder, right? And it's like his idea for Gotham is to quote Arrow, basically a crucible. And Batman symbolizes the best that can come out from such a crucible, right? I don't feel that. Mm-hmm. I don't feel engaged or connected or any reason to root for Gordon in the suit at all. He actually makes really bad decision after bad decision.
Well,
and breaks ties where he can make allies, and it's just annoying as hell.
I'm thinking that's done on purpose because I swear I saw on Twitter, I think, that he said something like that, as hard as it is to believe that this whole storyline is like a love letter to Bruce Wayne and stuff, and I'm thinking maybe they're writing Gordon incompetent, kind of, just to show that not everyone can be Batman.
But if anybody outside of Dick Grayson could be Batman, shouldn't it be Jim Gordon?
You would think, but once again, maybe they're just going with the premise of he's too much of a law and order man, and he's not the kind of guy who's going to stray from the rules, not that easily anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, really? He comes close. I've seen a toe over the line several times.
Yeah, but each time it's like a moral quandary for him. He's like, oh.
I don't know. I usually enjoy Scott Snyder's take on Batman and stuff, but this just not been working for me. I don't know. They're just not drawing from the well of inspiration that is tickling my fancy, I guess. I just miss the good guys when it's black and white. I need that in my life right now. I think a lot of people need that in their life.
Yeah. I mean, they have till September. Once Dick Grayson hits town, there's... Robo Gordon can kind of fade into the background a little more.
Fingers crossed. But shout out to Greg Capullo who did the art. The art was still really great. Even though I'm not crazy about the suit, I definitely love the backgrounds and the cityscapes. Definitely. The shading was amazing. Yeah, the art's the only thing going. Two and a half, in case you're wondering.
2.5. Ooh.
Told you, Mama no like it.
I'll give this one a 3. I'll be generous, 3.5. But what do you think about that last page?
Not interested.
I mean, nobody's buying it. Gordon doesn't know Bruce is Batman, but my question is, so what? So do a lot of people know that Bruce is alive?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm thinking amnesia, because in the last issue of Batman Superman, Alfred told Clark that Bruce was dead.
I mean, but if Alfred doesn't know, then who the hell really would know?
That's what I'm saying, unless he's lying or something, because even Clark was like, I don't have my super hearing. I can't tell if he's lying or not.
Convenient plot point is convenient. I'll try not to be a negative Nelly.
No, be yourself, please. Did you hear the other news out of Comic-Con that they're putting out another sequel to Dark Knight 3, The Master Race? Do you think didn't the first sequel get like bad reviews, or?
I'm pretty sure it did, but it made money. I mean, bad reviews and making money are two different things. A lot of people bought it and didn't like it. So they liked the idea, and then the execution was. I mean, we'll see. You know, it depends on who's behind it, and you know how long it's gonna run for. I think a lot of these titles really depend on whether it's limited miniseries or just a full-on fledged ongoing title. You know, for me, that makes or breaks it.
Yeah, well, any of the Dark Knight stuff that has to be like limited series.
They are milking the hell out of these Bat titles, bro.
Oh God, don't say that. I don't want an ongoing Dark Knight. It'll be their version. There'll be their version of Marvel's Old Man Logan.
Next week looks good though.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think it was the same last month. That I think the first 2 weeks kind of disappointed us mostly.
Oh yeah, Harley Quinn is off my pull list, so I didn't read 18.
Okay, I don't. That wasn't out this week, was it?
I got it. If it was a digital first, I don't know.
All right, before your blood pressure goes up, let's get out of here. If you want to get a hold of me, please, let's discuss some DC. You can email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am @nightwingpdp. And you can get a hold of us. Go like our Facebook page, facebook.com/World's Finest Podcast. And where can they get a hold of you, man?
Let's see. I'm on Twitter @Lilith&rsquo. You can find me on Tumblr. It's lilith&rsquo.tumblr.com. I host Channel 52. I also, for all the latest news that you could ever hope for DC related, you can go to facebook.com/Channel 52 Podcast. And be sure to check out my blog, littlepopculturevulture.blogspot.com.
All right. Well, come back next week, everyone. Because like we said, it can only get better from here.